Hello, Shreveport Bossier. Let's make a difference today. Are you thinking of moving to Shreveport? In today's video, we're going to look at the pros and cons of Ramblewood Estates subdivision in North Shreveport. So,
Let's go!
let's get in this map and look at the location for Ramblewood Estates. And you will come over the way, Wasson, I think is how you say it, road off of Old Mooringsport, and you're coming in right here. And I've got it circled here. This is all of Ramblewood, comes all the way around here. So all these streets in here. So it's pretty good. A couple of ponds, or I guess you could call them ponds, or water pockets there to for a view. You know, some people will get that view there. And also it would be nice to be able to maybe find a home with one of those. Northwood Hills Country Club is just like right across the street here. And also it is really close to this neighborhood right here, which for the pricing, it was, 1,700 square feet upwards to 2,200 square feet, maybe even larger, and 230 up to 315. So that, I mean, for that price to be that close to a country club, would be a steal. So a good place to maybe consider would be that aspect. Its location of where it's at is highly sought after. And all. So we'll look more and more about all the pros and cons of what's around it, but its location is in a great place. Because let me pull down here, Northwood Hills Country Club right here, and Old Mooringsport Road is what you will come in on, and then the homes right in here is Ramblewood Estates. So great location, and I think we're off to a great start. Let's look at our schools to see where Ramblewood Estates children would go. The homeschool, and I call it homeschool, home-based school, because remember, Caddo has magnet schools, would be Blanchard Elementary, and it is going to be about 2 miles from your house, 5 minutes from the neighborhood. And it's just come around and continue on Wasson, and then you cut through and you're right there at Blanchard Elementary School. Now it goes K4, pre-K 4, all the way up to 3rd grade. And then the 4th through the 8th would be at Donnie Bickham. And so it's an intermediate and a middle school. And you would come out on to Wasson and then turn on Old Mooringsport Road, and it is right there. It is 3 minutes less, about 1.2 miles. So you should be able to have a bus pick you up. If not, it would be a very, very short drive. So super, super close there. Now, in the magnet system is South Highlands Elementary, and it is 28 minutes, about 15 miles, but well worth the drive. Very excellent school because of its magnet status. And but I mean, you come out and you come across and get onto Highway 1, and you go straight on over into the school directly there. So, great location, and also a great school to go to. Now, and it is pre-K, I believe, all the way up to 5th grade. The Herndon Magnet School is a pre-K all the way up to 8th grade, and it is 20-minute drive. It's 16 miles away. It's in Belcher, but you've got 49, and I mean, it's not much traffic up in that upper part of the parish. So you have no traffic really, And so, that way in a magnet system, they could go pre-K all the way up to eighth grade there. So you do have that option. It would just be a matter of how they test and how well they tested, and then the availability to get to the school. So several hurdles you have to get across, but doable. All right, now let's look at the high schools. Northwood High School is going to be the closest. It is a 5-minute drive, 2.6 miles, and you're just going to cut out and hit Old Morgansport Road, and you practically run into the school. It's there on the right. So very, very close, and a decent school, very good. A lot of kids that I know of and have gone there and loved it there. So it just depends on your child and what works out for them. The magnet school would be Caddo Parish Magnet High School, and it's going to be a 23-minute drive, about 14 miles, basically getting on Highway 1, and you just go all the way in through downtown Shreveport and cut across on Clyde Fant, and you're right there at the Magnet High School. So really wouldn't be bad as far as traffic goes, because of the Highway 1 just would be the lights, but it's pretty much 3 or 4 lane all the way down that way. So you're in great shape as far as the schools. Now, if you're here for Barksdale Air Force Base, then from Ramblewood, it would be basically 26-minute drive, or about 16 miles. Same thing as really the high school was that you go down and come through Highway 1 and cut across there off of Clyde Fant and Westgate, their Shreve City area, and you are right there at the base. Really, it's just a few lights there that causes you to be a little bit slower, but for the most part, not far away. And it would be a good location for you as far as being near the base. And let me say that, we are here at the Shreveport Bossier area. We are always grateful for those who serve in the military and come to Barksdale and become a part of our community. We're so grateful to you, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for keeping us safe, helping us make America great. And the thing about it is, you're going to love Shreveport Bossier. It is. I'm talking about Southern hospitality, and I'm telling you, we get a bad rap sometimes because as anything, bad news always takes forefront. But I'm telling you, there's more good than there is bad, and I'm telling you, you'll find bad in every city, every situation. So don't look at it in that light. Look at it in the fact that how many people are reaching out to help you. And I'm telling you, the fact that you're keeping us safe, people will be thankful and treat you right and treat you good here. And, we just want you to know how much we appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for what you do. Now, if you're going to the Shreveport Regional Airport, it's going to be a 21-minute drive, 17 miles, not far at all. Basically, you would go down Highway 1 and hit 49, and then come straight down on 220 and come straight to 20, and you're right there at the airport. So if you're needing to go on a regular basis, it would not be bad. But even if for occasional travel, it's a good location for you being there in North Shreveport because of the proximity to the airport and needing to fly out if it's very often. We have a fairly nice airport. I mean, we fly out to several different places, but I guess DFW would probably be the most common. A lot of people, I say most, a lot of people drive to Dallas, park their cars, and then fly out from Dallas directly. It's about a 3-hour drive, though, before you load on the plane. So it just depends on, and when you fly back into town, do I want to drive 3 hours, home? So, it gets a little pricey. So, you have to kind of determine that, but it's not an itty bitty airport. It's large enough, that you'll definitely be able to get out of town. Now, if you're working downtown Shreveport, then you're going to have a 19-minute drive, about 12 miles, just short of 12. And it's the same route as pretty much everything else we've talked about, and that is going out on Highway 1 and coming straight down, and that takes you straight into downtown Shreveport. So 19 minutes, most people, no matter where they live, drive, 20, 30 minutes to get to work. So this falls into that category. But very few lights, and then like I say, once if you're coming in maybe a little bit early in the morning, it won't be as much as if you were coming in say around the 8 o'clock, 8:30 time. You might find yourself in a long line, but for the most part, our traffic flows pretty good in the Shreveport area, the Shreveport Bossier area. All the streets and the interstates and all we have are pretty much, we got a loop, and they're pretty much coming this way and that way, and you're in good shape, type thing. So we pretty much can spread everybody out, because unlike Dallas or Atlanta or Chicago or places like that, Los Angeles and places like that, we just don't have that being that large or smaller market. But small's not bad sometimes, in that heavy traffic. But it's still large enough that we have an arena, we have convention centers, and so we have a lot of things for a smaller area, but we're not so small. So we have to be careful using that so small adjectives for our city, because it's growing more and more. And as pretty much, except for a couple of years, I'm a lifelong resident of this area. So I remember back when a lot of areas were not even built out yet. And all. And when I graduated, my high school was right at the edge there of 220, and there was no 220, and there was nothing between here and Benton and all. So now I'm living in a house that's right across the street is the Benton line, and in the Bossier City line. And, and I had always said, well, one day these two are going to meet. And sure enough, here we are. And, they've met. And also we've gone this way. You're going north. Now we got to go out east and west, and we're doing that on the east side right now and all. But the airport is not the airport, but the downtown area. They have a lot of stuff to do after work if you want to rest a little bit, or just kick your heels back a little bit before you go home. There's a lot of stuff. We got casinos and all kinds of things in the downtown area that you would enjoy. All right, so there's a lot of things that are around Ramblewood off of Highway 1. There's quite a few restaurants that have fast food restaurants, and then some sit-down restaurants that have come on board there. And also, let's pull this map app so that we can see if we can catch some of those. I've eaten several of these along the way here. Fix my tax mess. So that would definitely come in handy, wouldn't it? And all. So there is, let's see where, Donnie Bickham, there we go. Let's go this way. Here we go. We've got, Hart's, Chicken Buffet. We got Sonic. We've got the Counterculture. We got McDonald's. We got Trejo's. We have a Walmart. We've got a Zaxby's, Johnny's Pizza House, which is superb. And then we got Subway, and let's see what else that we have around in that area. All right, and then what I do know for sure is that you can cut across here and get to over here to Bossier City. There's a Silver Star Express, which is excellent barbecue for sure. But there's all kinds of small, but you'll notice here a lot of small business, and that's what drives the economy. And that's why we have a strong economy in this area, is because we have a lot of entrepreneurs who just step up to the plate and say, you know what, I want to work for myself, tired of working for someone else. And so you have all, TTs and more, and you've got just plenty of a small group, small business. We got Sammy's Crawfish. You got Southern Made Domino's, and we have got our Waffle Houses and Whataburgers. And if you haven't had a Whataburger, that's coming from Texas, came over here, but telling you, I think a Whataburger burger is and put McDonald's to shame for sure, but it won't take much to, put McDonald's to shame, I think. Taco Bell, Southern Classic. The Southern Classic chicken is excellent, very good, and you'll always find a long line there. So but it's worth the wait. That's for sure. We have places like Jumpy's, and we have, for the kids, and we've got the trampoline places, and we've got the bowling, and we have skating, skating rink, and then they have the Bossier Parks and Caddo Parish Parks, Shreveport Parks, that has the basketball and the football and the T-ball and all those kinds of things. So, there's a lot of fun things that the kids can get involved in. We have places swimming and for pools, public pools. A lot of the housing places, subdivisions have their own clubhouse, and also you can, if you purchase within that neighborhood, then you would be able to use that swimming pool. So there's a lot of things available here in the Shreveport Bossier area. And I just want you to know that you're going to love it when you get here. You're going to love, and you can, and for people who've lived here for any length of time, just how much better and better our town has become because of more people being here, to where we can do more things and have more things, because a body of people are going to have to fund something that comes in so that it can stay open, and it takes people to do that. And so as more people have come in, then definitely it's made our city better. And so I'm grateful to everyone who, you may have not grown up here or was born here or whatever, but there's no defining line in the Shreveport Bossier area as far as, oh, well, you're not from here, because we've just blended in and meshed together, and we've become, a solid city, and the one that gets along with everyone getting along as best as we can. We know that there's always going to be some, but that's no matter where you go. So, am I being optimistic about? Yeah, absolutely. Because that's the experience that I've had, and that's all I can talk about. Correct? I mean, that's all I can talk about is how wonderful life is. And I've had a wonderful, and I continue to have a wonderful, sound like I'm done, but I've had a wonderful life here in the Shreveport Bossier area. And I know that once you get planted and settled, you're going to love the area, and you're going to love that you are part of a community, and that you are making a difference in this community. And we need people just like you. So Ramblewood, yes, let's put it on the list to see what is available there because I know you would love it. Whether you are moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of the information is in the description below, so we can help you make a smooth move to Shreveport Bossier City.
From my heart to your home.